Hi everyone, welcome to our English class. So tell me students, how are you? Yes, I know that you all are doing well. In this fast growing world, literacy is quite essential. But we know that there are a lot of people who cannot even read and write. We must think of ways to help them. Here is a story that tells you about the importance of being literate. The title of the story is Polya, which is written by Mikhail Zoshchenko. Mikhail Zoshchenko was born in 1895. He was a Soviet author. He was a member of the famous group of writers calling themselves the Serapion Brothers. Zoshchenko wrote a series of children's short stories. He died in 1958. The story Polya is about an illiterate woman. So, let's see the story. So, first we will go through the new words. Illiterate means not able to read and write. Peasant means a farmer. Terribly means very or extremely. Polya was an illiterate woman. She don't even know to write her name. Polya's husband was a responsible government official. Once he had been a simple peasant, but now he is a successful officer. He was very unhappy to have an illiterate wife. Polya's husband's name was Ivan Nikolaevich Kuchkin. He always forced Polya to learn to write at least her name. Polya says that there is no need to learn. She says that I am getting old. My fingers are getting stiff. Why should I try to write now? Let the young ones learn how to read and write. Polya's husband was a busy man. He had no time to argue with his wife, so he kept his mouth shut. But one day, Ivan Nikolaevich Kuchkin brought home a little book. Polya laughed and took the book in her hands, turned it over, and hid it in the cupboard. She told that it will be useful for her grandchildren. Students, now I will read the text. Listen carefully. Polya was an illiterate woman. She couldn't even write her name. Polya's husband, however, was a responsible government official. He had once been a simple peasant, but 5 years in the city had taught him a lot, not only how to write his name, but also how to be a successful officer. However, he was not very happy to have an illiterate wife. Polya, you ought to at least learn how to write your name, he used to say to his wife. My last name is an easy one, 2 syllables, Kuch, Kin, and still you can't write it? I wish you would learn. Polya used to wave it aside. There is no use in my trying to learn it now, Ivan, she would answer. I'm getting old. My fingers are getting stiff. Why should I try to write it now? Let the young ones learn how to read and write. Polya's husband was a terribly busy man and did not have the time to argue with his wife. So he kept his mouth shut. But one day, Ivan Nikolaevich Kuchkin did bring home a special little book. Here, Polya, he said, is the latest Teach Yourself Russian, which is based on up to date methods. I am going to show you how to use it. Polya gave a quiet laugh. took the book in her hands, turned it over and hid it in the cupboard as if to say, "Let it be there. Maybe our grandchildren will have some use for it." So students, you should also read the text 2-3 times. Now we will learn about antonyms. An antonym is a word that means the opposite of another word. So what is antonym? An antonym is a word that means the opposite of another word. See here students, Polya was initially illiterate. Finally, she became literate. The word illiterate is opposite in meaning to the word literate, just as finally is the opposite in meaning to initially. Illiterate and literate are antonyms. Here is a set of words and their antonyms. Match them. So here you can see the correct words and their antonym. The antonym of arrive is depart. The antonym of asleep is awake. The antonym of forget is remember. The antonym of hate is love. The antonym of modern is ancient. Now we will do another activity. A few sentences are given in column A. Rewrite them in column B, substituting the words underlined with their antonyms. So, in the first column A, you can see that several words are underlined. In column B, you have to write the antonym of the words underlined. So, we will see the first example. The teacher likes students who come early to school. So, the sentence becomes, the teacher dislikes students who come late to school. The antonym of likes is dislikes. We will see the second one. The vessels are clean. The vessels are dirty. So, the antonym of clean is dirty. See the third one. Like him, I always finish my homework on time. So, the answer will be, like him, I always start my homework on time. So, the antonym of finish is start. See the next one. She works as a temporary clerk in the company. She works as a permanent clerk in the company. So, the antonym of temporary is permanent. See the last example. There is order in the class when the teacher is present. There is disorder in the class when the teacher is present. So, the antonym of order is disorder. Antonyms are usually formed by adding prefixes such as miss, dis, un, im, if, in, etc. For example, the antonym of behave is misbehave. The antonym of connect is disconnect. The antonym of kind is unkind. A few prefixes are given in column A. Using the prefixes in column A, write the antonym of the words in column B. You may use a dictionary. So, what are prefixes? Prefixes are words or letters that are added to another word. In the word regular, the prefix ir is added and the antonym of regular is irregular. The prefix im is added in perfect and the word becomes imperfect. This is the antonym of perfect. Similarly, you can see many examples like unsafe, insufficient, disadvantage, misinterpret, illiterate, incorrect, disappear, unconscious, illegitimate, inhuman, malnutrition. So students, did you understand about the first part of the story, Polya? Yes, very good. And I hope you all understood about antonyms also. So students, we will meet in the next class. Thank you.